All right, guys, so let's talk about it. To all of you AEW and Mercedes Monè haters, you're going to hate this news. And I don't know why you should. You're still alive. You have your health, right? I mean, you're not doing bad in life, right? Okay. House of Glory. Mercedes Monè just won her 13th title. Oh, I'm so sick of Mercedes Monè. Oh, Mercedes. If that was your sister, your mom, your cousin, auntie, would you be saying the same thing? I hate my mom. I'm so sick of my mom being successful in life and winning. Maybe you would. Maybe that's just the way you guys were raised. So she wins title number 13. And here's the hatred, because anything that you do, for some reason, like I said, the ratings are supposed to just have a significant, huge jump. That's not the way wrestling works. Even with John Cena's freaking retirement tour, did Raw's ratings jump back up? They can't even get back to a 3.0. They're stuck at 2.3. So even though you guys try to make it seem like it's the end of wrestling when John Cena retires, no, it's not the way it goes. And for people to think they dictate how much you win and how successful you are, that's really crazy, man. You guys are a bunch of slaves and slave drivers. Because I know that the day that the WWE decides to try to follow that, somehow this is going to be the greatest thing ever. John Cena's record may be broken by a woman. So what? Who cares? You know, like they say, when you put the belt on someone, that's saying we trust you, we believe in you. Okay, so, you know, I tell you what, for all of this whining and complaining, well, these companies that is having Mercedes Monè as their champion, they understand the benefits of it. They understand how their company prospers from it. You guys seem not to, though. And, you know, the way I see it is like this. If you have a problem with this person winning titles, especially in companies that you don't even watch, this is the thing that gets me. You can't even for somebody to say, oh, somebody else should have a chance, it's like, okay, Mercedes is not even, like, look, first of all, she's not full-time on their roster. Right? But she's their champion and she does a lot of wrestling, so she is back and forth defending those titles. Right? You don't even watch these federations. You don't watch House of Glory. You don't even watch. So why does it bother you seeing this woman come to the ring with all these titles? Why? It's all because somebody found mega success, far more success than they ever would outside of the WWE. And that's all that is. If you personally just have something against Mercedes, I don't see why you could when you don't personally have something against racist ass Triple H and the rest of those assholes at TKO and anyone else who insulted you guys in the WWE. That shows your slave mentality. And you think you're a slave master because you think you have the right to just, oh, this person shouldn't be this and this should happen and right, I know you have all the answers for everything. Right, I get it. We already know. You guys are the super smart ones. Especially you super nerd fans, because you guys, I could care less about merchandise and how much they're selling, and I don't care about any of that. You guys will sit there and talk about how the t-shirts, the coffee mugs, the action figures, and all this, the replica belts, how the sales are down in WWE. This is atrocious. And yeah, because you're a grown-ass man that want to go to a WWE show and cross your fingers that you sit with a camera pans you so you can sit there and stick your tongue out, throw your arms up and show your belt, your little shirt that you bought. It's like, really, like a bunch of kids, a bunch of children. So, yeah, let's hate on Mercedes. Well, I mean, Charlotte Flair's a 14-time champion and she did it all in the same company. Goddamn, y'all make it sound like she got, like AEW has 14 belts and she has all of them, and it's been like 3 years and almost 4 years, like Roman Reigns, you know, had that belt and walk out and just stick his finger up in the air and say, acknowledge me, knowing you wasn't going to see him wrestle until the next pay-per-view. How Brock Lesnar refused to come on. They barely even came on Raw. But when he did, all he did was stand there and jump from side to side while Paul Heyman say the same repetitive shit every single week. every single week. And I guess because he goes, Brock Lesnar, you guys sit there like, this is the coolest thing ever. It's so iconic how he says his name. Like, you know, this is you guys' nonsense. So I'm just looking at it from the, you know, standpoint of realization, man. You don't have to like it. What Ric Flair used to say? Learn to love it, because it's the best thing going today. You can say what you want. And look at how Mercedes managed to do all of that, and her only loss is to Thomas Toni Storm, and she still hasn't got the world title yet. She'll probably get it at Full Gear, and if she doesn't, she's still successful outside. Well, she's successful in and out of AEW. But what I'm saying is, you can't take away anything she's done. The WWE, imagine if she was in the WWE right now, and look at the current WWE product. It would have just been, let's get her back in here just to keep AEW from getting another star, and then we'll treat her however we want. You know, we have no intentions on treating Mercedes Monè like she's all that. Nope, that's not what they wanted to do. You guys know that. Now, Naomi got pregnant, so she's not on TV. And the one person that you guys bashed and said need to leave and go back to AEW was who? Huh? The same woman that is your champion on SmackDown, right? Okay, so yeah, it seems like the people you guys don't trust and hate so much, the companies that they're in, trust them. And what's the hate for Mercedes Monè for? What is the hate about? She can wrestle, she performs, she delivers every match, and she's having the best matches of her life, and she wrestles. She wrestles. You guys, you know, and at least we can say that Mercedes, the things that's happening in AEW make sense. For all of you delusional, they have no stories, whatever. But it's funny because they do things that make sense. WWE has a bunch of wrestlers that disappear, and you don't see them. There's no nothing sensible about what they're doing. Just a bunch of nonsensical nonsense, right? And you guys, yeah, but she did this and she that, and I don't know why this happened. I know you don't know why it happened. Of course you don't know why it happened. The truth of the matter is this, right? Anything that you do outside of WWE and it gets attention, like when people say, nobody cares. Yes, you do, because you're talking about it. And all the hundreds of people in your comment sections are talking about it, whether they agree with you or disagree. You know what? Vince Russo, talking about it. Eric Bischoff, talking about it. Zab Coulter, talking about it. Booker T, talking about it. All these podcasters and other YouTube influencers, or whatever you want to call them, talking about it. So how does nobody care? It's just a stupid saying that you guys misuse. That's all it is. That's all that is. Nobody cares. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah. So she's done it again. And this is definitely a smart move, especially going into Full Gear, because that's more eyes that may possibly tune in and say, hey, man, I want to see this match. But, you know, for all of you guys that are, oh, I hate Mercedes Monè. Oh, why does she have to keep winning? Well, okay. I tell you what. When the WWE decides that they want to finally listen to you guys, right. But like that's never going to happen. But when you can sit here and watch this one show that you constantly talk about, that you constantly sit here and complain about, think about it this way. You're pissed off because Mercedes keeps winning and looking good in the process doing it. And you're pissed off about the current WWE product. You can't find anything on your channels to talk about that you like. So what's your purpose? What is your purpose? So whenever you think back to Rhea Ripley saying you guys are miserable, when you think back to her saying you guys have no life, is she lying? Is she lying? And this is why I look at everybody that blah 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 blah, and I'm just like, wow, you guys really don't get it, do you? You think that because you're saying these things, it's supposed to change something. No, it just shows you how miserable you are. It says a lot about you, and not in a good way. So she won title number 13. Title number 13. I think, how many title reigns does she have in WWE? 4? So if we add up her 4 title reigns, you know what that means? Yeah. If we add those up, that basically means she has surpassed 17 already. No, she tied it. Yeah. Yeah. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But hey,